Another wall exercise using the T4Ds. We're going to use 2 force pedals down in the floor, so therefore you can get ground reaction feeling within your feet. Again, just in the balls of the foot, this is where we're going to do to work with this exercise. We're going to use the sliding component that's through here with the wall. So this is a movement, but also feeling where the pressure is coming to you in the ground as well. So take again the force pedals. Just at this precise time, I've got them just at the level of my pelvis, positioning that the arm is in the position up through here, and again, getting the red force pedal in the T4D into the cup of the hand. Now when we're up in this position that's through here, what I want you to do is get used to then working this internal and external rotation here. Now lots of people just sort of do things this way. I want you to feel the movement occurring down into the top part of the back. So therefore you're bringing these, your scapula then are really being activated. Once you've got into this position, we now want to then start then adding a rotation in the trunk. So we're pushing this out the way. Now, a lot of people, when they do this wrongly, will cover this in this way. This completely blocks my neck and shoulder, so it restricts a lot of movement and can cause discomfort. It needs to be working out that way while you're moving. So therefore the pressure now, I am now feeling that as I've done this, I'm utilizing my left arm to be pulling my scapula down, my right arm is pushing my trunk, and my weight now is being pushed down into this left foot, into the sort of force pedal that's through here. Once I've done that, I can then bring it back in, place it up in the same position, that external rotation usage from the T4D for rotation, the same position coming out through here, again, just keeping this externally rotated and turning, and now all my weight is now on the right foot and feeling that ground reaction into the right foot with the force pedal. Again, I can turn this and then bring it back to the sort of square position. So this is another one for the wall with using the T4D, and this is working on lateral flexion. Okay, we've just done a rotational component in one of the previous exercises. So again, I quite like using the force pedals on the ground so we can again feel what's happening from the foot and the ground up. So again, just placing the force pedals, you know, at the width of my pelvis, and then in a position that's through here. Just nice and easy with the legs and a good strong position. Now from here, instead of working this way, which we've done in the previous ones, we're going to keep the same position of width for the T4Ds. Again, just an external rotation or neutral. And now from this position, we're just going to then go to the sides. So this is a side movement that's there, and you can then control this and feel the pressure and what's happening in the foot. If you've got too much movement off to the side here and you're sliding, try and get it so therefore it is more central over to that side, because you've shifted your center of mass over that way. So that's the way it should be. So therefore you're still controlling in this position, and then bring it back up, and then the same in this position as well. And this will then feel here. The greater you wish to then sort of have greater sort of lateral flexion is naturally if you bring the force pedals closer to the wall, then you will have less flexion within your hips. And from that position now through here, this is now far more lateral flexion. And again, trying to then feel where the pressure is in my feet to come down. Again, really stretching out and utilizing this component here for the rotation is a really added extra challenge. Then coming back again, over to this side, and again, only go to the positions that you feel that tension is then starting. Do not overdo this, okay? So do not overstretch a position at any time. So well within your limits. So again, adding challenge and adding challenge. So we've added now the resisted band. Again, I've just then placed it upon a position that is suitable for me. So get a length that is suitable for yourself for these exercises. Again, we're then doing this on the wall. Again, I like the force pedals down the floor, so again, I can get that ground reaction feel. My position is on the balls of my foot here. From this position now through here, I've then taken the same position that we've done in other exercises, the external rotation that's coming through, so therefore I'm setting and feeling those scaps that are going down in a posterior tilt. From that position now, we've now got a position that I can then bring this hand in a pushing position here, and now bringing this arm in this position. Now, this is a time where this will pull up. So you need to then rotate round that way while you're going through this position. So again, having a good grip that's onto the T4D here is essential. So there is no aspect of this then moving out of your hand. So do not have sweaty palms or anything like that. Nice dry position. And then again, the force that's through here. Now you've got a resistance again from this position going up that way and this one down here. And again, the same feeling on my left foot into the force pedal, bringing it back up and then doing the same position up through here and then going across in that position, and again utilizing the external rotation up through here and feeling again onto my right foot. So I'm balancing there. We can then add this again onto the position that we did before of then turning and externally rotating out that position and then going down the clock. This is now a position where you're having to then pull against this and then also going down that side, and now again holding that position and then slowly then bringing it back up. So you're using both eccentric and concentric aspects of muscle control here, and then doing that and then bringing it back up again. And naturally, the more lateral flexion you wish, the closer you can come to the wall. So again, an added challenge is that if we wish, instead of then having the force pedals on the floor, I'm going to change those onto then having another T4D of the same sort of size and same position, for my foot, for my pelvis. Again, I'm going to go into straight forward using the resistance band that's through for here, but as we've done in previous sort of exercises, this is an added extra, okay? So you don't need to start with this, you would start without and then build up. Again, the foot position that's through onto the T4D pedals, so I'm up in that position now. Now this is a real force balance into my feet, and then I can start off with the lateral flexion one, so going round the clock that's through in here, and then also the one that we push up through that position here, and then rotating round and slowly work this. And again, remember the position of the hand here, so there is no slipping and no movement of this disc out the way for the T4D. So you've got a pressure in there, and again, this is now getting an imbalance in the foot as you then come back up, and then the same position that's up and through here, and I've got now more pressure on the right side for balancing.